Hey guys, what's going on? Another tough game. I'm on a massive losing streak. I'm at 1267. So I lost this game, but it's a really good game to review. I wanted to just maybe inspire somebody to actually play this opening, the Scandinavian Modern Defense. So this is like one of the best openings, and I'll show you how I did very well. By the way, I'm on a downswing. I don't know what it is. This happens in chess. So this one's pretty bad. Right now, I'm down about 100 points, but this is not the first time I've been here before. So I've also taken making these videos to actually like help me review the games too, and maybe we'll learn something together. All right, so this is a regular game. He plays e4. Again, Scandinavian defense. He takes, and this is the modern. So the modern defense is f6, attacks the pawn. In this variation, he defends with the bishop. And the best move is to take because you want to trade the knight for the bishop. And then, okay, so this time he doesn't do it. All right. Usually they take. It's not the best move to develop the queen there. It's I think, way too aggressive. So a big mistake you can make is if you don't bring this knight back and this pawn is unguarded. So let's say, like, I don't know, just for instance, I defend here, which is not smart. I think he takes, I take, and then there's a variation where this pawn is unguarded, and then you lose control of that square, and then you lose your rook. It's happening before. Anyway, I move back. That's the best move. Okay, just developing. So I knew that was going to happen, so I developed just to defend that square because if I do that, I like I said, I've been in that position, and I was like, you know what, it's not happening again. I'm not going to screw this up and lose that pawn and lose my rook at the same time, lose the game. Okay, not happening. All right, he pins. So the best move there was to just bring the knight to the center. I didn't do that. And I figured just attacking the queen was like the best move there. Clearly wasn't. Okay. So I have a small advantage here. Again, I thought that was the best move. It seemed very natural. Attack the queen, get the queen out of the way. It's, according to Stockfish, it's an inaccuracy. They wanted me to bring the queen to the game. He takes, I take. So here's my thought process, okay? So actually, let's rewind a little bit because I saw the position and was like, whoa, this is actually really sticky. Because, all right, so my queen's under attack here. His queen's under attack. He could take my bishop. There's so much happening at this point. So I'm just like, do I take back and let him take my bishop, or do I just take and bring my rook into the center? So I figured that I'll just take with the pawn, which was the best move. So I calculated correctly because if I do that now that my rook's in the center, and I have a lot more control of that file. So he tries to attack. My thought process here was, all right, if he plays g4, I could play en passant and get rid of that. He does not do that. I guess he's a well-educated opponent, or so I thought. All right, so my thought process here is to just attack this bishop, and if he moves, I will take that pawn. He plays the best move. I say, all right, I'm just gonna take the bishop anyway. Um, Stockfish wanted me to take the pawn. I lost a little bit of an advantage there because I was just a free pawn. So if he took, then I could have just exchanged. Again, a learning point for me. Did not see that at the time. Okay. Whoa. Stockfish wants me to play king to d7. There's literally no way in hell I'm ever playing the move. Makes sense. Not ever playing it. Did not see that. It's not. Yeah, it's not happening. Okay, so here's a stupid mistake I made too. Okay, here's something I did. It's not a bad move according to Stockfish yet again, because it says my bishop does have more scope from the square. I thought it was going to stop him from castling. It didn't. It didn't. But I'm still at an advantage here. So that's also another wrong move. I should not have castled. I should have immediately played bishop to e3, which I did not. And then I played it too late, but it's still, again, best move. And this is where I should have won. I had an overwhelming advantage here. 3.7. 3.7, another overwhelming advantage, which lately the theme of my games, I'm throwing pure winning positions. But, this is a very natural move. Like, moving the knight to the center here is not the rook. Moving the rook to the center is not unnatural. It's like, okay, what should I do next? Who's thinking of playing c5? Nobody. Literally nobody in the entire universe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm not good enough. But I'm not thinking. I'm thinking I want to get as much action in the game as possible, I'm not thinking of moving pawns right now. That's my thought process, and should not have exchanged there because I think now I play c5, and that, according to Stockfish, is too late because he trades, gets my rook out of the pin, and this is where I just fall apart. This is it. This is where the game just goes to shit. So he takes me here. I said, I'm just gonna let's go into an end game with the kings. That's what I thought. Wrong move yet again. I mean, do you blame me? It doesn't look like a bad move, does it? I'm defending the pawn. The pawn, that's an isolated pawn right there. I'm defending it. You know, I don't know. Ruin my advantage, and this is where everything just. I'm just totally losing now. Now I have a 3 point disadvantage, and there's literally nothing I could do. So I'm thinking at this point, if I play my cards correct, if he just makes one mistake, I'll end up with a winning position again. I thought this was doable at some point. I see he could triple pawns. Then I realized there's no opposition in this position. I can't oppose the king. I take. I'm trying to, play in between moves so I could get that. So I move my king down, and now I get opposition. But then again, it's yet again a mistake. And this is just watch me melt. There's no coming back from this. He has a pass pawn. My flank side is totally undefended. I cannot get back in time. I'm dead. I'm just absolutely dead. And he gobbles up all my pawns, and I'm just like another loss for the books. So, what do we learn from this game here? It's really hard to say because a lot of the moves that I thought were, well timed clearly weren't. I guess that, my end game was a little too it was loose. It just wasn't. I just did not play a tight end game here, and that move right there, G5, was a losing point because from here on out, I still have somewhat of an advantage. I should have defended with B6, and that's it. I melt. The king gets in. He's in. He gets way too close to my pawns. I can't do anything. I can't oppose, and that's just a losing end game. So that's where I fell apart. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back to 1300 soon. I'm probably gonna play a few more games. If there's any more games worth reviewing, then I'll review them. I just figured this one was, worth talking about because this is a long game too. It was a 44 move game. I thought I played decently well. I mean, I did really. This is a 1650 level, but my opponent played extremely well. He played 85.1% accurate. I only got 78.2 here, but 1650 elo. That's pretty solid considering that I'm below 1300 right now. All right, guys. Hope this helped out. Have a good day. Let's end the video.